Back here this morning, I'm going to jump on the excavator and go ahead and go back down there and see if I can't stack the fires up. It's a little bit breezy today, but it's plenty wet, so I think everything's going to be all right. I think the wind's actually blowing this way, so we shall see. We shall see. Should be able to get the fires back started. Hopefully they burnt down pretty good, but find out when we get back there. Well, it looks like pile on the left burnt down decent, burnt a big hole out. Pile on the right that I started second appears to have just burned a hole out in the center. So I'm gonna go over there and see if I can't get that one back going first, because I got all that over there that needs to be piled on there and burnt. And then while that catches up, I can start working on restacking that one. That one shouldn't be that big of a deal to get back going. It looks like it's still pretty hot in there. This one, we're about to find out. So I've restacked that pile over there. It should catch up. Starting to smoke pretty good. It's getting hot in there again. This is the first pile. As you can tell, with it being so green, it just burns out a giant hole there. So I'm going to rake this pile of ashes out and kind of start restacking all this, and it should catch up relatively quickly, I think. That's the only problem about green stuff. The fire doesn't really spread through the piles like it does when it's nice and dry, but going into fall here, it doesn't dry out very quickly. So let's see what happens here. Break some of these logs and pieces to the side. I might have to end up working from that direction right there. Let's see which way the smoke starts blowing. Grab some of these nice dry burnt ends. They'll start back relatively easy. Take this pile of ashes and rake it around. It should get glowing hot here in just a minute. Catch back on the fire. Still think that it would just spread throughout the pile even with the wind blowing, but it doesn't. It doesn't, but it does dry it out pretty good though. This shouldn't be too terribly hard to get back burning pretty good. I'll pile it up. I'm gonna go over there and restack the other pile and just try to get rid of as much of this brush as I can today. That's today's goal. of as much brush as possible, because after today there's really no rain on the next 10-day forecast, which is fine because it's plenty wet, but that'll give me time to let this dry out some and let that other brush over there dry out and get some more of that down so that it'll be ready to burn when the conditions are right for that. That catch up and go work on this other. Well, I just got back from lunch, and the first pile is burning pretty good. The wind has really picked up, which I'm not really crazy about. It's causing all the smoke to kind of push down instead of go up. Keeps changing. It's getting a little aggravating now. It's blowing in one direction, it wasn't so bad. If I can't stack this one up and get it nice and hot again, that way it'll clean up a little bit. Well, that's going to be a wrap for today. I'm going to let these fires die down. The wind's just being a nuisance today and keeping all this smoke from going up in the air and just pushing it right straight back down on the ground and just making it aggravating. Every time I get close to the fire, the wind just pushes all that smoke on top of me. So I'm going to let that burn down, and next time I come back out here, maybe the wind won't be blowing 20 miles an hour and it'll go straight up in the sky and not be that, because that's a little aggravating. But it is slowly burning down. I didn't get near as much burn as I wanted to, but I guess some is better than none. That one's actually burning pretty good. Well, starting back over here again this morning. Got the excavator warming up. Just greased everything. And go check and see how much the fire's burnt down from the other day. See how that's doing. Got the seat on the dozer. Even left the plastic on it. So maybe that'll give me a little better ride on this. I'm telling you what's true, that's been tough running this thing with that broken seat. And it's a little rough ride, but maybe that'll help everything out and make it a little bit smoother. So I'm gonna head on down there and see what everything looks like. So it looks like the fires did burn down some, not as good as I was hoping they would, but that day I left, the wind was just blowing this way, just horrible, and it wouldn't allow the smoke to rise up into the sky there. So I'm gonna try with this pile over here. It's a little bit smaller, and see if I can get it back going. It's getting a little touch dry to be burning, but I'm gonna try to do a little small fire and see if it'll just kind of keep burning some of that up. Well, that got started back really quickly, and nice calm wind today. The smoke's blowing right directly up into the sky, so I'm gonna keep putting stuff on here and letting it slowly burn down. I wish I got a hole back here where I was planning on burning in, but it's a little bit close to the woods now that it's dried out some, so I'm not too keen on starting the fire in there, even though that's where I want all the ashes to end up. I don't know. I'm pondering. I guess I'm going to see which way the smoke keeps blowing. If it kind of keeps blowing that way, it'll be okay, but I don't want it to blow. I mean, the woods are literally 30 feet from the hole right there. Might just need to keep burning it right here like I've been doing and clean it up like I do at the end all the time. Dried out nicely though. I wish this stuff was gonna have burnt this good earlier this week. It'd be all gone by now, but just didn't want to burn. It'll be okay. I got time today, tomorrow. So that's burning down pretty good, and that's burning down pretty good over there in the hole. I'm gonna let everything just kind of die down for the rest of today now. It's starting to dry off a fair amount. And I need to set the woods on fire. I kind of set the edge on fire right there a little bit earlier. There was an old stump there, and I think got caught on fire and all that. But everything else should have plenty of moisture in it, hopefully. So I'm just gonna let this stuff die on down, and I'm gonna come back from lunch. I already stacked that brush up onto that pile. I'm gonna start probably jump on the dozer and start taking some of that stuff down and working it all down here. So that corner's where it needs to go. I just need to finish taking all that out right there. Well, this is pretty much going to be a wrap for today. I let the fires die down since starting to dry off pretty good. And I've about wore out for today. Just don't have the energy I used to have. But it's coming back. And I got this cleared this afternoon. I'm going to jump on the dozer before I leave and just take all that and just push that over there into that pile, and then I can finish, well, I'm definitely not going to finish this side tomorrow, but get some more of this taken down and pushed over here to the burn pile. Fueled up, fueling up the excavator now and calling it a day.
Still a little muddy up here, but it'll dry out eventually.